Do you ever feel like that thing you desire most is just out of your reach? Like, just out of your reach. Like, it's so close, yet everything you do, no matter what you do, never seems to be enough to bring it into your actual physical reality. Whether it's a higher paying promotion or a dream car or gaining a certain status. What if I told you that the key to achieving the things that you actually want isn't always working harder or putting in more work or putting in more hours? It's actually, hear me out, about setting clear intentions and goals with the things that you're doing in your everyday life. What if I told you that you don't have to sell your soul or work for hours and hours and hours until the day that you're fucking dead in the ground to achieve these goals? Hi, my name is Janessa-Belle. If you are new here, and if you are not new, then welcome back to my channel where we talk about manifestation, how to fill this bridge between where you are and where you want to be. And we also talk about spirituality, evolution, traveling. We cover a lot here, okay? We do a lot here. In today's video, I'm going to touch base with how intention setting can actually literally change your entire reality around, change your whole perspective around, and how that is going to affect you in the long run. So let's just get right into the good stuff. Let's get you to the So in my first point, I want to talk about clarity being key. Imagine you had a GPS system in your car, which a lot of us probably do. So imagine you get in your car and you have a wedding or a birthday party to go to somewhere that's an hour or two away. Let's say that you don't put the address in the navigation system and you're just driving and wandering and driving and wandering, and then you end up getting lost. So here, I'm going to use that example that I just said with manifestation and how some of us kind of do this in our manifestation process with ourselves. We know where we're going. We know where we want to go, right? Want to go to this celebration, correct? So you get in your car, your little human vessel, and you try to go to where you want to go. So eventually you do reach the wedding because you know the general area that it's in. It took you a lot longer to get there and it was a lot more stressful. Instead, if you got in your car and put in the location in the navigation system, it would be way less stressful and you would get there way quicker. Do you see the example that I'm trying to give here? There's a whole bunch of other variables that could go into that. It's just an example for you trying to get to where you want to go without having clear intentions in your actions and in your everyday life. Everyday life is all we have. All you have is this present moment right now. You decided to watch this video in this present moment. This is literally all you have. The past doesn't exist anymore. The future hasn't came yet. This is all you have. In order for you to get to where you want to go, I need you to understand that every single moment that you have is important. Every single decision that you make is important. Everything that you do with intention or without intention is important, and it does play a role in how things will play out in the long run later on down the line. That's why I want to for this first point, clarity is key. I want you guys to really get clarity and get clear on the things like where you really want to go and how you actually want to get there and what would be your ideal way of getting there, and make a plan for yourself if you can, depending on what the topic is. Car navigation example is a perfect example of people wanting to go places with no clear intention with their everyday life. Again, like I said, if you were to put it in the navigation system, and the navigation system in this case would be your mind and out to the universe. And I'm going to show you guys literal physical proof that I have in my notebook of me writing certain things down and them coming to fruition. The universe and your mind rely on your intention. Whether you are consciously aware of your intentions or not, they still are going to come through, and that is still going to be reciprocated back. When you are sure and clear, you will get faster results and you will get to enjoy the journey without having as much stress on your shoulders. You actually get to enjoy the ride because you're not stressing about the small things like how you're going to get there, because you're not just wandering. You know where you're going and you know a direct path. And of course there will be detours sometimes. There will be things that kind of pop up and happen, but there's always a way around it, especially if you work with the universe and you work with your higher self and things of that nature. Then you are definitely going to get there. It just takes physical time. It literally just takes time. That's all it takes. And you get to enjoy the ride while you wait. And then reminding yourself of the intention along the way when things do get hard, because no matter what path you take, things are going to come up and be difficult for you specifically because it's your perception of things. So there are always going to be stuff that pops up that is either a distraction, and in order to truly get to where you want to go, whether this is a certain relationship or a job or a raise or anything, literally fucking anything, or a new skill that you want to do, literally anything, then you are going to have obstacles that come up for you, and that is okay. The only thing that I want you to take out from that is that you have to constantly remind yourself of why you started doing it in the first place. Like, let's say that you wanted to achieve a certain body figure or body type, and you give yourself a certain amount of time to do it and everything, and you're like, I'm gonna do this, and then a week into you setting a routine for yourself, you do it the first week, and then the next week you stop doing it because you're too tired, or you don't have any time, or you're not seeing results, or whatever the excuse is for you, because I do this as well, trust me. And I feel like it's a domino effect almost, because then you completely give up for a while and then you retry again and the same thing happens. But I think in order to actually maintain consistency, the best thing for you is to not rely on motivation. You're not going to want to do it most days, seriously. What will get you to where you want to go and will get you to work out if you really want to, or achieve that body, is reminding yourself of why you started in the first place. Like, what is your genuine intention for doing this? And is this something that you actually want to keep pursuing, or is this something that you really don't care about? Because you have to at least give yourself that option. But when you make excuses for yourself, you don't even give yourself that option. You immediately are like, no, we're not doing that. But if you really want to achieve the goal, and you are tired of things being the same, and you're tired of feeling the same way, or you're tired of living the same life and the same day every day, then you have to be the one to make changes. Nobody else is going to do that for you. That's a harsh reality check. Again, me too, bitch. Me too. YouTube taught me this, and this taught me consistency as well, like doing content creation and things like that. It taught me how to be disciplined, because a lot of days I don't want to record. I don't want to script. And it's not that I don't want to. I love what I do. But it's like something in my mind is like, I don't really feel like doing that right now. I could sit down and watch TV. I could go out and eat with my friends or whatever. When I sit down, and there have been times where I literally wanted to quit. I didn't want to do this anymore. I was thinking about deleting the whole channel because I'm like, not seeing the results I want, whatever. Every time I want to do that, I literally sit there and I'm like, do I really want to quit? Why did I start doing this in the first place? Is my intention for starting this and pursuing this really going to be worth the outcome that isn't even really guaranteed to happen, like logically, I guess you could say? Every time I give myself that choice, I keep going, because it's what I really genuinely want to do. And it's what I am making happen for myself over time, of course. And I'm not giving the universe an option to be anything different than what I want it to be. I am not allowing myself to settle for something that I do not want when it comes to jobs or relationships or friendships or what the fuck ever the case may be. Okay, I want to give you guys the real life example that I have. You're gonna shit yourself. Y'all are gonna shit a brick when you see this. I'm not even joking. This is like, it's half planner, half manifestation notebook, and I usually don't show anybody stuff like this, but you guys, I love you guys. So anything for you. All right, so ask and you shall receive. That's this whole little back end of this notebook. Started it June 11th at work, literally week 1, and I went week by week. I'm telling you, and every time I would write these, I would be at work. I would be at work, I would be bored, and I would be like, oh my God, I really don't, like, what is this? Why am I here? Not why am I here, my dramatic ass, but you get what I'm saying. So let's go to this Friday, June 21st. Started this. I had just got back from my trip in the Dominican Republic, which I also have a video for that. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. What the fuck are you doing? Me and my aunt had a talk on our trip. Like, every time I go on vacation with her, she teaches me something about the universe, and she like reconfirms the lesson that I literally just learned to myself to me. So we have a whole conversation about it. So we were basically, long story short, just talking about how, like, you don't need to go to college to do things. You don't need to work a 9 to 5 for the rest of your life to do what you want to do. And it's a hard pill to swallow, but once you get your mind wrapped around it, it changes everything forever. So anyway, after we had that conversation, I was like, I really love traveling. Like, and I always knew I loved traveling because I don't know, it's just something in me that I really want to do for like a long time until I get sick and tired of it. And I made it literally. It wasn't in my week number 1, which is weird. It was, oh yes, it is. It's on the bottom right here. Allow me to continue traveling around the world. I will always learn and experience the miracles Source has to offer. Literally this one right here. Look at that. Okay, and then we're gonna go to week 2. I'm always able to travel. I ask for the mindset that will help me maintain and spoil myself with trips and vacations at least once a month. This is week number 3. I travel at least once a month. Job is shifting for me to travel more and get paid for it. I am always seeing and experiencing new places that excite, teach, and help me grow my consciousness and evolve myself. I am very grateful for all of my experiences. Dead fucking ass. I'm telling you, every time I wrote this, I was at work and I was like, oh, I don't want to be here. So I wrote this. Again, week 4, I travel consistently. I am blessed with the freedom to roam the world, see and experience new things that excite me with people who desire to do the same. Wait, okay. Again, I'm at work. 10. I'm on week 11 now because I skipped some weeks. I was dangling there for a little bit in my mind. I was in a little funk for a little bit. I got burnt out, but as well, every single month after that, after the trip to DR, even before, I think I went on a trip before that, but I wasn't really focused on it. I was like, I gotta go to work, I gotta go to work. Every single fucking month after DR, and I asked for it specifically. I specifically asked for it. Every single month I did something. Every single one. And it manifested effortlessly. It manifested ever so effortlessly. And that is what I want to go into. My point number 2 is visualization. You could literally sit down, close your eyes, get into a meditative state, start visualizing things, which for me, honestly, it works. 100% it works. It boosts everything. But at the same time, it's not my favorite. Like writing, journaling, being clear with my words, this is my thing. This is literally this gets me the fastest results ever out of any other method that I tell you. I just tell you guys other methods so you can like see what works best for you, because journaling is not everybody's thing. It's really not. But for me, it works. Could also do a vision board, which is something a lot of the people that I know that do manifestation stuff, they love vision boards. They love their vision board. Crack you over the head with it and be like, nah, done. And then they'll get everything that they want. Seriously, they are obsessed with the vision board. It's not so much like visual for me. It's a feeling. Like I have to muster up this feeling within me that I feel like I already have the things that I want and have achieved the things that I want in order to bring it. Does that make any sense? Okay. So now for the best part, and it's the part that all the little go-getters love. So this leads me into my point 3, which is taking inspired actions with intention. Using your mind is only half the battle won, okay? Your mind is an awesome tool, and it is literally here to help you get to where you want to go and keep you safe. If you do want to achieve great success, or you want to achieve even something small, like using this in your manifestation technique is going to help you a lot. You must take inspired action. Kind of mentioned this earlier when I was talking about your day-to-day life, but whenever you wake up in the morning and whenever you go about doing your day, make sure that you set an intention for the day ahead of you. What is your intention? What is your overall intention for the day? Small intention. And then what is your big intention? When I say big intention, I mean like your intention that goes beyond just today. Like, what are you building towards? If you are building towards anything, professionalism, with your career, with relationships, like if there's something you want to gain, and of course you need to maintain yourself and your job and your money, income, like you need to make sure that you're good. But at the same time, setting intention for the day ahead is going to help you stay focused and remind you, like I said with working out, it's the same thing. It's going to remind you of your intent, of why you started doing it in the first place. Why are you doing what it is that you're doing? Remind yourself of your intention and your goal every single time you start doubting yourself, or you start saying, I want to quit, Question yourself. You know what I mean? You have to be able to have those conversations with yourself, or at least understand yourself to that level, so you can get out of your own way. Because the funniest thing about your brain is that it's literally here, it's here to protect you, and it's here to get you to where you want to go, or whatever it is that you're focusing on, it's going to take you there. So make sure that you're focusing and using your mind as a tool to help you get to where you want to go, instead of being in your own way. And keep in mind that, taking small and consistent steps every day to help you build momentum towards what it is that you are focusing on. This is why I say all the time on my channel, I say this: where focus goes, energy flows. It is the biggest life lesson ever. Where your focus goes, that's where your energy is going to flow to, and wherever your energy flows is going to grow. I'm not even lying. No matter what you pour your actions into, it will grow. Seriously, I'm not joking. Patience, being able to recognize that, hey, I'm on a physical reality, and even though I'm going to get what I want, I'm going to get to where I want because I know where I'm going. It's going to take time, and I'm okay with that. Being at peace and having this, it's really truly, for me, it's an inner knowing. Like, it's an inner knowing that I'm going to get to where I want to go, that I'm going to get what I want, no matter what that may be. So we're going to mention Newton's law. Energy in motion stays in motion until it is stopped by something outside of itself. Does that make any sense? So it doesn't have to be a physical object, okay? When you have something going and going and going and going and going, you have a belief about money, and forever, as long as you've known, you've just been taught like money is evil, or people who have money are selfish, or more money, more problems. Push this narrative that if you have money, you're evil, you're nasty, and you're gonna rot, and something bad is gonna happen. It's the momentum you have going and going and going and going, and then one day somebody tells you like, hey, you know, money isn't bad. It's really not. It's here to help you. You can help other people with it. You can do amazing things. It's just who you are that depends how money is spent. If you've ever been taught is that belief, then it's going to be difficult, but you can change your belief system. And then not only that, but you can change your outside circumstances as well to happen over time. If you're on a train that's going 450 miles per hour and you need to change directions, you're not going to do that immediately because you would die. You can't stop that very suddenly and just go the other way and go 450 miles per hour the other way. It does not work like that. Same thing with your energy and with your thought patterns. It takes time. The older you are, especially, like if you've been, like I said, if you've been thinking that your whole life, it's going to be harder to change that, but it is possible. Remind yourself of your intention. Remind yourself of why you're doing this in the first place. Remind yourself of where you want to be. Again, start visualizing, start writing things down, be more clear with what you want, and allow the universe or God or source or creation or whatever you believe in. If you believe in nothing, then allow yourself time to move these. There's a lot of moving parts that we don't see, because we're so focused on ourselves, but the universe and all these other forces are literally working behind the scenes to set the stage up for you so you can enjoy your life and be happy. Okay? Sometimes the lessons are a little hard and they're a little in your face, but at the end of the day, I think you'll get it. Especially the people that watch my channel. I've noticed that people that gravitate towards me are like similar to me in some ways, if that makes sense. Your mind is more open. So if you are that way, kudos to you for growing as a human being, because we need more of you. We really do. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you guys. No matter what you want to do, just know that you can do it, please. Love you guys. Bye. I better find your love, I better find your heart, I better find your love.